Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Link's Awakening DX, now with distorted sound. Alright. So last time we got the game all started up, we went down to the beach and got back our sword, went up to the mysterious forest and got the Tail Cave key that was sitting in the most oddly conspicuous place ever, and now we're here at our first dungeon of the game. And so I'm going to let you listen to the theme for a moment because it's one of my favorites in the game while I go through the first couple of rooms. Yeah, it's a very simple theme. Like, it's nothing crazy that goes on with it, but it just has like this really small hint of like mystery and uncertainty, and it just kind of very slowly builds up a little bit. I've always thought it was, I don't know, the very first time I ever heard that song in this game, I was like, huh, I really like that, and so it just kind of stuck with me. But yeah, here we go. We got the compass. I mean, this is going to be a very easy first dungeon in the game, so it should only take us maybe about 10 minutes at best. And I say it's easy. I actually have a story for you guys about this. I played this game a few years ago. I just picked it up out of nowhere, and I was like, I'll play this for a little while. And I got to the dungeon. I got to this dungeon, and I was like, oh, dude, I'll totally blow through this. No big deal. It took me almost an hour. And it just was killing me. I for the life of me could not figure out why in the hell I could not get the boss key or the Nightmares key in this game. I was just like, where the hell is it? Like, there was a small key that I could not find, and it was driving me nuts. And it just so happened to be that the one that I was missing was the very first one that I just got. When you go left and get it in that first room, I totally forgot to go left at the start of the dungeon, and I missed out on that, and it was driving me crazy. And the other reason why I couldn't find it was because the second room is where you get the compass, and the compass will tell you when you walk into a room where there's treasure, it'll make a little sound effect telling you there's one in there, and it'll also on your map tell you where the chests are at. So I never had that like audio cue or visual cue to tell me like, hey, you moron, it's right over here. And I spent probably the better part of 40 plus minutes wandering around like a dumbass trying to find it, and, as soon as it finally dawned on me what had happened, I literally just turned the game off. I was so disgusted with myself. I was like, you fucking idiot. It was literally at the beginning of this place, and you forgot about that? You don't even deserve to finish up this thing, and so I literally turned it off and put it away. I actually physically talked myself out of playing this game because of my own stupidity. So, super funny. I got another little story for you, actually. And this is also legitimately really funny. So, at a Philadelphia Phillies game just a few days ago, you know, a lot of times during sporting events, they'll have the mascot in between innings or in between quarters or during timeouts or whatever. They'll bring out, you know, the mascot, and they'll usually have like the big-ass t-shirt cannon, and they'll fire him up into the stands or whatever and, you know, get people hyped up for about 12 seconds before, you know, their team comes back out and loses by 5 million points. And, but in this Phillies game, their mascot decided to do something a little bit different, and instead of the t-shirt cannon, I kid you not, this dude comes walking out here with a hot dog cannon. Just a fucking hot dog cannon. It's a crazy thing. And, like, I think of a hot dog cannon, I think of one where it's like, it's shooting them out, like, in the bun with condiments on, and it's like throwing it like a perfect thing, you know? And, like, you know, the person in the stands will catch it, and, you know, it'll just be like, oh, thank you, Philly fanatic, and then just take a big bite out of it, like it would be in like a commercial or something. But I forgot about these fucking things. These Goombas are so goofy looking. They're just like, super cool though, as you guys noticed. If you do manage to land on their heads, they will provide you with a heart every single time, which is awesome. It has come in handy for me many a time. So, super cool. We are about to get our first primary one of our first main items in the game that we are going to use an absolute ton through the rest of this playthrough. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to Rock's Feather. You got the Rock's Feather because you got what it takes to rock the mic right. Hey! It feels like your body is a lot lighter. So you equip this bad boy, oops, and it now affords you the ability to jump over anything, doing a sweet somersault in the air with it. Front flip, not somersault. Somersaults are on the ground. But it's awesome. I love that he's so cocky about it. He's like, man, instead of just, you know, jumping really high in the air, I'm going to at least throw some flair into it, you know? And he lands on his feet every time. Even better. I mean, anybody that can land that consistently every time deserves a medal of some kind. And they do that in the Olympics pretty regularly, I feel like. So, but yeah, dude, so they fire that out, and the mascot came out, and he was firing those up in the stands, and it just totally, one of them just totally struck this old lady right square in the eye. It was crazy. And it hit her so hard that, like, her glasses broke and flew off, and she started bleeding everywhere, and she had a super gnarly black eye. But everybody was laughing, though, and she was too. But it totally reminded me of the episode of Hey Arnold where Arnold takes Eugene out for, you know, a bunch of activities or whatever because his bad luck caused another thing to happen. And they went and got a hot dog in the park, and he started choking on it, and so Arnold performs the Heimlich and makes the one piece of hot dog go flying out of his mouth, and it ricochets off of a couple of different surfaces, and it ends up hitting him right square in the eye, and the sound that he makes is just glorious. He just goes, it's too funny. Oh shit, I messed it up. I was trying to get it to lure over to me so that I could get it that way. There we go. Uh-oh, I hear a crying baby over there. Hold on just a sec, guys. I'm gonna go grab my son real quick and bring him over to me so he can join the party so that he can stop crying. So, hold on just a sec. It's alright, little guy. I'm a-coming. Come here, little man. I got you. Daddy's got you. Oh, come here, little man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, little guy. Oh, look who we have here. It's little Harrison. Hey guys, how you going? Okay, well, let me put these back on real quick. Yeah. Okay, you're just gonna hang with Daddy for a few, okay? Whilst I finish up this little experiment. Oh, somebody's upset. Somebody's upset. But that's okay. Oh, he's still sleepy, too. He was taking a nap, so he's still waking up. Okay. It's okay, little guy. Daddy's just gonna finish working. So, yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was just, like, the idea that you could get struck in the eye by a hot dog cannon is just unbelievable to me. Here's our first mini-boss, by the way. I love the sound effect that plays when you hit them with your sword. That I always thought it was really cool. I like the one that happens when he dies, too. Listen to this. That another really cool noise that I love. So he's the first man down, and then this room right after here is where we'll use that nightmare key, and we can go fight our first main boss. If you take the stairs down here, it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes into this little kind of cave area with these awesome hanging skeletons. Super creepy, by the way. Like, they would not put that in a kid's game anymore. That's some heavy shit right there. But it's all good. So this room kind of becomes an area in the boss room. There's like these like a line around the room that he can knock you into it, and you'll fall down a floor into that. You'll see what I mean. All of that. So this boss may look familiar to some of you that played Link to the Past. When you're in the beginning part of the game, when you're in, I think, Eagle Tower, I think it's called. Oh crap. That didn't go over very well. That can definitely happen. we will take this little thing here. We'll move our way back up. If you have like a piece of power or the Guardian Acorn, that fight is cake. I mean, it's kind of a button masher fight anyways. Oh crap. Aha! I am the victor by spamming by spamming A. That's all you gotta do. But yeah, I think it's like the Pendant of Courage is the last one, where you get the Moon Pearl also, where you can get out of bunny form. Whoa, that's really cool. Wow, that's awesome. So in the original game, for the original Game Boy, when you came into this room, obviously the instruments weren't in color, so they wouldn't oscillate through the different colors like that. That's really, really cool. We're going to listen to this really quick, because it's my favorite instrument in the entire game, so let's just jam out on this for a second. The old Full Moon Cello. Awesome. And the sound didn't distort either. That is everything I could have asked for. Swamp. A path opens. In the blooms. Another really cool thing about this game, too, is that when you finish a dungeon, it'll give you a little tiny hint just like that, telling you what your next objective is. So I think, well, at least where the next dungeon is. So that's really cool. God, it freaked me out. See what I was telling you? He'll just, like, you'll go by a screen, and he's just sitting there like, I've been waiting for you, you piece of crap. Hoot, that is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first, I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north in Kapanga Swamp. Hoot, indeed. Alright, so the swamp is where we're headed. It's actually, it's going to be right up in this area right over here. So that is where we're going to be headed next. I do have one other quick thing I want to do. There's actually going to be another thing that triggers really quickly here as soon as we get back into town. Yeah, this part right here. Hey, buddy, it's serious. Yeah, really serious. Yeah, it is. The moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of moblins. Then, it's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. Like, actually, Lil Bow Wow. Or yeah, he's actually affectionately known as Bow Wow now. So they actually went to the rapper's house, not the person in this game. It was a really bad scene with the Man Ray? No, just moblins. So, I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. Okay, well, we'll go do that. So basically, what happens is, if you go into Madame Bow Wow's house right here, she'll tell you literally the exact same thing. And as you can see, the chain chomp is gone. So that's kind of what happened there. What we're going to do really quick before we call this episode good is we're going to go right down in here to the shop that we have to, do a little bit of landscaping to get into. Hey, how about that? Got ourselves a cool little Yoshi doll in there. Trendy game. 1 play for 10 ERs. Let's do it. The A and B buttons move the crane. The rest is just timing. Go over to the buttons to play. Good luck. So this is quite possibly the easiest thing ever to win, because that Yoshi doll doesn't move anywhere. We're going to pick that up. Basically getting this doll will start an entire other side quest of just item exchange with people across the entire map. But kind of a cool thing. So the doll itself really does not have any special function other than just keeping that quest line moving. You got a Yoshi doll! Recently, he seems to be showing up in many games. So basically, we now know that that Link's Awakening, this island, and the Mario universe are apparently one and the same. So there's that. But alright guys, I think we're going to stop right here. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Link's Awakening DX, we need to do this whole thing about the moblins. We're going to go into Madame Bow Wow's house and see what she's got to say about that, and then we will head up towards Dungeon 2 in this game. So, with that said, my friends, I'm going to I'm going to give Harrison a change of clothes here because little man needs to get out of these ones and get into something a little bit less hot because it's really hot in here. I'm like basically sweating right now, so he says, "See you guys later." I'm gonna probably get a diaper change too because I think this one's full of crap. So, yep, it totally is. I can smell it. So, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza Thing. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.